Welcome back. Happy October. Let's catch up. Today is the 9th. This is the first video that I have filmed for the month, but we have a few books to talk about. So, the end of September, I completed The Bell in the Fog, and that was the last book that I read. And I had started on Rough Pages by Lev A.C. Rosen. I had received an ARC for that book. It was published on the 1st of October, and I finished it on the 4th. I don't know if the Evander Mills series is supposed to be a trilogy or if it's going to continue, but I thoroughly enjoyed the last book. One of my major gripes with this book series was that each book seemed to be getting slower. The pacing dragged on and there was a lot of repetition. None of that was to be seen in this novel. Evander makes his way back to Lavender House, back to see the family, but they think that he's there for them, but he's actually there for Pat. Pat lets him know that there is this queer bookstore that's run by two owners, Howard and Dee Dee, and nobody has seen them in a while, and the bookstore has been shut down. Normally, this would not be an issue. They might have gone with family, stayed home, what have you. However, this bookstore provides an essential service, a book delivery service to queer individuals. However, in order for you to have a delivery service, you need to have a list of who you're delivering to and a list of what needs to be delivered. So now, possibly floating around the ether is this giant list of names, addresses of queer individuals in the city. If that falls into the wrong hands, that could be absolutely disastrous. So this takes him on this topsy-turvy adventure. The cast of characters was great. I really loved meeting all of these interesting side characters that kind of helped his investigation along. The side characters in this novel really shined. They were one of the best parts about this mystery. Out of the three, I do have to say that this one is my favorite. The way that the novel wrapped itself up so cleanly, if this was a trilogy, it would be a decent end for Evander. But if it's not, I am excited to see what's next. I gave that one 5 carrots. Now, we can hop into the last couple of books that I finished. Randomly, I ended up in a group chat on Instagram, the October Reading Challenge, and one of the girls in there, Timra, she was reading The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Now, this book was published in 2013. I've had this book for a very long time and just never read it. So when I saw somebody else was reading it, I was like, hey, I have that. Do you want to read it together? And she said yes. So our goal was Tuesday, which was yesterday because today's Wednesday the 9th. Tuesday we would hit 150 pages, and then by Friday we would finish the book. I started the book on Tuesday after work or Monday. I started the book Monday after work at the library that's next to the park, and I hung out for 3 hours, and it was lovely, and I reached our goal, the first 150 pages, and by then I was absolutely hooked. I dreamt about this book Monday night into Tuesday, and then I read the other half, because I was at 51%, so I read the other half while at work, and then I just finished it maybe an hour ago. I took a small nap when I got home. So, I'm so excited to read the rest of these. I already put the physical versions on hold at the library. I'm just waiting for them to come in, and almost all of them are available, so I'm like, come to mama. I'm so excited. I'm glad that I was able to do that because the ebook versions of these, which is what I would normally pick up, had an 11-week hold. 11 weeks. Do you know what I can do in 11 weeks? That's crazy. 11 weeks is maniacal. Diabolical. How dare you? So I went to the physical library's website, and they had the entire rest of the series. So I put them all on hold. I'm hoping to have them by the end of the week. But yeah, this I gave 5 carrots. This was bloody amazing. It's pitched as Criminal Minds meets YA. You follow a girl named Cassie. Her mom was a psychic, and she taught her the BPEs: behavior, personality, environment, right? Those are the cornerstones of making a good profiler. So she gets recruited by the FBI, and she shares a house with like 5 other kids who all have interesting gifts. I won't call them powers, they're like gifts. It's very, very like grounded in reality. But essentially she signs up because her mom was murdered and her body was never found, and she wants to know why. So what better way to find out than to hang out with the FBI? They are there to study cold cases, but when one active case starts to take a super close look at Cassie, everything goes off the rails. We have a little bit of a Why Choose romance in here as well. Like, I am a big, big fan of Why Choose, so I can't wait to see what happens with the boys. But I loved all of the characters, but my favorite has to be Sloane. She's hilarious, and I can't wait to see more from her. The next book in the series is called Killer Instinct, and as soon as my hold is ready, I'm diving right into that. But this is the buddy read for the month, and it's complete. The next books that I'm working on right now, I'm currently working on 2. I have The Taking of Jake Livingston by Ryan Douglas. I started this, I am 8 pages in. It had a very heavy opening. I'm just gonna like read you the first page. I'd hate to be that kid who died in PE class. Stephen Woodbeat never even saw it coming. He was body rolling to a trap song when the javelin hit his skull. He died on the spot, went splat in the grass with the javelin sticking out of his forehead like the sword of King Arthur. According to St. Clair lore, a few people were screaming, "Look out," even as his hand unraveled like the leg of a dead crab and his portable speaker rolled slowly from his grip. Woodbeat is dead, but I can still see him, bursting into light when the javelin lands. Stephen is deader than dead, and he died before I was even born. His PE uniform, white crop top and blue shorts, doesn't match the all-red uniforms we wear today, and definitely wouldn't be considered normal by the Academy's current standards. Any dude wearing a shirt that doesn't cover his belly button would have their face shoved into an unflushed toilet. So I assume Stephen died in the 80s. All I can see is the moment his soul split from his body, when his shirt knifed open and firecrackers burst like bees from his chest. His body dispersed in a siege of glowing embers, disintegrating into the air around the rugby post. Like, damn. I guess that's one way to start the novel. Holy fucking shit. I'm 8 pages in. This is our main character, Jake. He can see ghosts. Apparently the school that he goes to is fucking full of them. And that's all I got for you. And I'm excited to see what's next. I had to put this on a slight pause because Naturals came in and that had a bit of a time limit. So I moved off of this to that. But now that that's done, I'm jumping right back into this. And then I'm currently reading Boy Parts by Eliza Clark. When I came across this book, it was described as she's so unhinged. And I was like, oh, that sounds amazing. I love a book about women's wrongs, so let me read it. However, it's a little bit more like American Psycho, which I did not care for. She's very manipulative, and it's weird. It's weird. I'm 45% in. She's had her first, like, did it or didn't it happen moment. But so far, it is keeping my attention. You essentially have this girl. Her name is Lila? It's because it's told in, like, first person, So I know her friend's name is Flo, but I can't remember what her name is. Oh well. I don't remember what her name is. But essentially, she's a photographer. She photographs fetish work. Her main audience and clientele are men. And she photographs men. And the way that she describes her photography is if boys were just really pretty. She hasn't really done anything yet, but it's obvious that to her, the object of consent, especially when you have photos of them in various forms of like undress and coitus and intimate things, like you should have permission, you know, from them to share it. I know that a lot of photographers are like, oh, I took the picture, I have the rights. Yeah, but think about how that affects the person you photographed. And I feel like a lot of photographers don't have that, and this character especially does not. So things have gone down where like obviously consent would have been key and she just didn't fucking care. Currently I'm not a fan. I was 15-20% in and I really liked her, and then about 35%, like it was like a layer of her personality just like fell away, like it wasn't really there, like it was a mask, and the person underneath I am not a fan of. So maybe the book is doing what it's supposed to do, we'll see. But I'm 45% into that. I am going to finish it. I'm currently working on The Taking of Jack Livingston, Boy Parts, and then I'm trying to decide what to start reading next. And I'm thinking I might do Virgin Night or Class Trip, but I'm not sure yet. We are doing well. I'm trying to think of anything else that I have been up to since the start of October. I did my first runway walk. I helped model for a friend's clothing line. I had a lot of fun, even though it was an absolute shit show. Not through any fault of her own. Like, without her, it absolutely would have fell apart. But it was just like, why would you do this if you didn't want to do this, you know? And that has nothing to do with her. Like, literally, without her, there wouldn't have even been anything to walk on. People would have got there and been like, what is this? So, not through any fault of her own, definitely through, like, the main director and just wanting to be in charge of everything, even though they obviously didn't know what they were doing. It was just very, very frustrating for me. But the walking was fun. Hanging out with my bestie was fun. Making new friends was fun. Getting dolled up and my hair done and so forth. It was fun. I had fun. I'll put a picture and like a little video of the walk there. But yeah, I did that, and then Sunday we played board games at Boy Wonder's parents' house, and then we went to eat at this new Brazilian steakhouse called Texas de Brazil. It was so good. They like carry around like flanks of meat and you flip a little card over and then they come over and be like, oh, picanha and medium rare, and then they cut you off a piece and you eat it. The filet was so good. They had mashed potatoes, which were good, french fries, which were okay, fried bananas as a palate cleanser. I took no part. They also had sauteed mushrooms, which were good, plain jasmine rice, which I put in the sauteed mushrooms, and that was good. It had a little bit of flavor. They had au gratin potatoes, which I did not like. I don't know if it was the potato, if it was the sauce. Something just did not agree with me. I was not a fan. And then they also had an entire like salad bar, and then they had dessert, none of which I could consume because almost all of it had nuts, and if it didn't have nuts, it had coconut in it. But it was still a very enjoyable time. They moved so fast paced. Like, our reservation was for 6:30 and we were out by 7:30 and stuffed good. We'd even had dessert. Like, that's how much food we had consumed in an hour. It was crazy. And then Monday was the first time that I had Monday off. I decided that I was going to take Mondays off from now on and give myself time to get some business things done because I work during business hours, so I wasn't able to do calls and things of that nature that I needed to take care of. So now with Mondays off, I can use that day to get all of my like adult things done for the week and relax. And I did. It was incredibly productive. It was glorious. I slept in. I still got things done. I got to hang out in the park and read. I sold one of my old digital cameras. Like, it was just a fun day with nothing like super necessary to complete, but I still got a lot done. I think that's all I have to tell you. I feel like I'm rambling at this point, but yeah, I will see you in the next clip. Bye. Hey, so I'm just checking in. It is 12 a.m. on Thursday, and I got some catching up to do with you. So, I've been currently reading The Taking of Jake Livingston. I'm now 25 pages into this. Some crazy shit is going on already, so I'm super hyped for this. I went to the library and I got 2 books. I got Craft Stories I Wrote for the Devil by Ananda Lima. And then, I don't know what it's supposed to be about. I just read this first top part. I was like, oh my god, I absolutely need to read this and take this home with me. So I did. And it says, at a Halloween party in 1999, a writer slept with the devil. She sees him again and again throughout her life, and she writes stories about him. She writes stories for him about things that are both impossible and true. So, that sounds amazing, right? And then I also picked up Murder Most Puzzling. And it is a giant, like, art book full of, like, puzzles for you to solve. Like, murder mystery puzzles. So, I'm very excited to get into those. I decided to give Boy Parts by Liza Clark a soft DNF. Put it on pause. I was 51% into it. Some things went down between the main character and one of her models that just had me feeling kind of skeevy, and I just got off my period, so like my hormones and my emotions or what, like I just wanted no parts. So I was like, I don't want to DNF it. I probably will come back to it. Let me put it on pause, set it to the side. So currently I am working on The Taking of Jake Livingston. I am working on Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch. I am 36% into that, and that has gotten so good. Like, I don't know if she's supposed to go for Vincent or Sam or Virgil. I think his name is Virgil. I'm listening to the audiobook, so I don't have like notes to refer back to, so my bad if I fuck up the names. But I don't know if she's supposed to go for Sam or Virgil or Vincent or whatever his name is, like Snake Boy, but Sam's 60 slang is fucking everything. He's like, I don't know about you, but I'm hungrier than a moth in a nudist colony. Like, bro, why are you so fucking cute? I love you. And the way that he stands up for her, talking about you keep on barking, I'll carry you out by your handles, like, oh my god. But the story has gotten so wild. We went from, oh, she's definitely dead, to being a ghost, to not being a ghost because everybody who's still alive can see her and can see the other guys, and apparently her best friend is missing, and the house looked like a crime scene. Like, I don't know. So many things are going on, and I'm here for all of it. The next thing that I'm reading is an arc that I got. It's gonna come out on the 29th of this month. It's called Hiding Lies by Stephanie Rose. And when I first picked up the book, it said that it was about a forensic photographer who realizes that she's closer to the murders that are going on than she thought she was. And I was like, ooh, that sounds good. I'm gonna read that. But it's more like she's closer to the murders because she wants to commit murder herself, which I was like not ready for. I'm about 25% into that. It's very interesting. It just wasn't what I was originally expecting, but I am thoroughly enjoying it. I think that's all of the reading that I've been doing today, but it was a very, very productive reading day because I got like 20 pages into Jake Livingston. I got 27% into Hiding Lies. I got 36% into Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch. Like, I've been reading up a storm. I decided that Graveyard Shift I'm gonna read at the end of the month, like the week of Halloween, because it's so short. Like, it's not gonna take me long to finish it at all, and I really want those perfect like Halloween vibes when I read it. I'm so excited to read that book, y'all. You just don't freaking know. I'm so excited to start that book. So these are the things that I've been reading so far. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of pop in and give you a little bit of an update and try and keep up with like trying to update as often as I think about it, so that I'm not like doing huge wrap-ups in the middle each time like last month. I think I have like 2 more days of footage for this vlog, and then it'll go up this coming Monday. But yeah, hopefully I can get a couple more of these books done. So let's see. Sleuth out. Okay, as you can see, we have a completely empty bookshelf right here. I just got these bookends from Barnes & Noble, and I'm gonna put them on, see how much space I have between them, and go from there. Heavy. I love him. Oh my heavens. But Daddy, I love him. Oh. Oh. My God. So what I was hoping was something like, right, this. But to wear it like, oh, what if I something like that. Oh, you can't even see that. Something like this. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? Okay, so this is our new shelving situation. I moved the 2 really pretty covers down here, and then I put Mr. Sprouse in between my brand new bookshelf bookends. And then the ones that were taking up space right here, I moved over there, which as you can see is like full of fucking books. So yeah, we're gonna need some more bookshelves. Maybe some right there. I don't know. I'm running out of space. I want to put some there, but that's where the door, like the door will hit them if the door is open, you know? Decisions. Decisions, decisions. Maybe just a whole row over there. Who knows? Who knows? Welcome back. Just popping in. I just shot some b-roll of my brand new bookends that I got from Barnes & Noble when I went out with Chanel today, and now I want to talk about the books I picked up. So I might have gone just a touch overboard. So Wednesday night at like 12 a.m. sharp, I finished the naturals. And this is my copy, and this is my version. It's one of the original hardcovers, okay? Now, this book was published in 2013, but however, it's had a resurgence in popularity because when I went to get the other 3 books, I could not find them in their hardcover format. And I said, okay, well, you know, I'll just get them from the library. And then I did. Digitally, they were on wait for 11 weeks for book 2. 11 weeks. Okay? And then physically, I found the original versions, like the one to go with my hardcover. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna borrow these, finish the series, love it. However, we went to Barnes & Noble today, and they had a set. So they had the original Killer Instinct, which is book 2. All In, which is book 3. I was gonna say, you are not focusing on the right thing here, Chief. There we go. And Bad Blood, which is the thickest and the end. However, there is a 4.5, which is like a novella, and it's digital. So, and that's called 12. But this book set, all matching, all new covers, and I thought, why not? And then Chanel said, yeah, you can sell the other one. And I was like, you know what? I have a Pango. You're right. I can sell the other one. And I didn't write in it. I didn't annotate it. So it's perfect. I mean, I didn't even crease the spines at all. So yeah, I'm so excited to own the rest of this, to get started on these. Just as a little update, I am 86% into Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch, and I promise you, you are not ready for the twist. You're just fucking not. I haven't even gotten to the end of it, but the reveal has occurred, and the way I screamed in my car. I know if somebody was looking at me, they thought I was plum dog crazy. Plum crazy. And then I am 83%, I think, in Hiding Lies, the arc I started, so I'm almost done with that. I don't know where it's going. I don't know if there's gonna be like a big commotion. Like I don't know where we're going. So yeah, I'm close to finishing 2 books. I just bought a couple more. So I bought these guys, and then I bought this. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, you can see it. It says Odd Spirits. And this is the prequel to Evocation by S.T. Gibson. And it's so pretty, you guys. So it looks like this. And then that's the inside. Like, oh my god. So I'm very excited. And then the last thing that I picked up, book-wise, is Signed, Sealed, Dead by Cynthia Murphy. And if that sounds familiar, it's because she wrote Win, Lose, Kill, Die, which I read last year and absolutely fucking loved it. And I own her other 2 books, Last One to Die and The Midnight Game, and now I own this. So, we have all of her published works so far. So I'm hoping that they all live up to the hype. Otherwise, to Pango they go. So those are the books that I got, and then I got the I got this incredibly adorable pouch. I got this amazing book tote. Antisocial. Oh, this keeps getting my way. Okay. Antisocial book club. Meetings never. Like, it was freaking made for me. I'm not antisocial, but when I'm reading, I do not like to be interrupted, so I don't know why this side of my head looks so crazy. I don't know what's going on here. It's okay, it's almost over. So yeah, that's what I picked up. I finally got myself a laptop. I have officially switched over to the MacBook. I don't know how it works. I'm learning a little bit every day. But I am working on a paid newsletter, which I think I'm going to use as like spoiler reviews for the books that I read. And if you want more information on that, I will put that in the link down below. But yeah, I think this is pretty much like the upgrades, the updates that I need to tell you about. I have a photo shoot this weekend. I have some moving to do this weekend. I'm getting my hair done this weekend. So it's going to be busy since my hair takes at least 4 to 6 hours. I'm hoping to be able to finish those 2 books that I just mentioned and maybe a couple more. So yeah, we'll just, we'll see. We'll play it by ear. But yeah, you're all caught up. What's today? Friday? It's Friday, the 12th. I cannot believe it's already the 12th of October. Like, where did the frickin' month go? It's already almost half over. That's fucking nuts. Fucking nuts. What is time? Oh my gosh. I think that's everything. I'll see you guys again soon. Sleuth out. There he is. There he is. Hello. Say hi. Say hi. Yeah, that's him. Welcome back. Turn that off so we don't have that weird wind noise. Okay. Welcome back. I'm Gabs. This is the Inkbunnie, and boy, do I have a lot of catching up to do. The last time that I filmed anything for this was like Thursday, and it's not very long ago, seeing as today it's only a couple minutes after midnight on Monday, but I have finished 4 books in that time, and we need to talk about them. So I think the last thing that I talked about was the naturals. And I did a little book haul. Did I do a book haul? Like, the way that time is working for me, the way that it is fluctuating, I don't even feel present. One moment. Hi. So, it is the 14th. We are at 1 a.m. It is fresh on the 14th, and I literally had to put you on pause and go watch old clips that I filmed because I had no idea where we were or how to catch up. So the first thing that I want to talk about are the books that I finished in the time frame of the last clip and this clip. And the number 1 book that I want to talk about is Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch by Cody Crawley. I gave it 5 carrots. It was immaculate. I fucking loved it. Crawley is definitely going to be an auto-buy author for me. I cannot wait to see what is up next for them. I'm so excited. So in Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch, we meet our main character, Annie Lane. She is a bad boss bitch. She takes no shit. She doesn't care for the rules. She would be described as a juvenile delinquent. Home life is rough. Truancy, so forth and so on. She has an on-again, off-again relationship with a douchebag, and she has a best friend, Mora. Mora is the daughter of the sheriff. Mora and Annie are best buds. They're almost going to graduate high school and go to college. It's a whole thing. So, the book starts off with Annie climbing out of the river of her small town. Now, what she finds out later, but you and I both know, is that this bitch is dead. And while most people who die stay dead, she has died in such a gruesome, unfair way that it transformed her into a wraith-like ghost creature that is still slightly more human than a ghost should be. So, like, she interacts with people, people can see her, but she is dead as a doornail. She comes across another group of ghosts, and she realizes that she's been murdered, and she decides that she is going to solve the mystery of her murder and get revenge. And as the story unfolds, you realize that there are a lot more pieces to it than she originally thought. The people she thought were guilty may not be guilty. It was so good. It was so well crafted. The vengeance was, and the actual overarching conversation about respectability politics, feminism, and how women should be treated was so forefront and yet still masterfully subtle. And I'm so excited to see what's next from them. Like, it was so good. I absolutely loved it. The book that I finished right after that was Hiding Lies by Stephanie Rose. It's an ARC that I received. When I first chose to ask for the ARC, I thought it was about a forensic photographer who starts photographing a case, realizes some evidence that connects her or a loved one to the murders, and it becomes more of a, like, what is this town hiding situation? But what I got was a forensic photographer who had a lot of abuse in her previous life, and she is not quite, her moral compass is very wobbly, to say the least. And when a serial killer starts attacking her town, the side that she ends up being on is not the one that you expect. I didn't like the conclusion. I felt that the story had ramped up and there just wasn't enough time in which to give it a good end. I don't know if it's supposed to be a continuation or not. It just was an odd ending. I gave it 2.5 carats. There was creativity. The mystery was decent. The conversation of good and bad was interesting. But it wasn't, anything to cry home about. And then the next thing that I finished, thanks to the bestie Chanel, is called Mating with Mellows by Nora Noodle. And don't adjust your dial. Don't, mess with the settings. You heard what you heard. The novella, the erotic novella, is called Mating with Mellows. And it is about a girl who hates sweets because of a traumatic experience in her previous life. And her friends just can't really, believe that she hates sweets. And they ridicule her often about it. To the point to where she decides, you know what? I'm going to try them. I'm going to try Peeps. I know you know where I'm going with this. And because I had to do it, you will too. So, someone says, hey, when you try it, microwave them. First off, I don't even care where the rest of the story went. What psychopath is microwaving Peeps? It's on site. What psychopath is microwaving Peeps? What is wrong with you? So much else happened that I should be concerned with, but I couldn't get over the fact that there's some psychopath out there microwaving Peeps. Absolutely not. Straight to jail. So she microwaves the Peeps. And the Peeps turn into chiseled, muscular men that are still the color of Peeps. I don't need to go on. I know you know where I'm going with this. I give it 2.5 carats. It was definitely something that should not have been written. And I will get Chanel back for this. Yeah. But I added another book to my completed list, so here we are. So Saturday, I went and got my hair done. And while it took all day, it was a very productive reading day. In the time that I was driving to Chanel's, I finished Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch. Getting to Chanel's and straightening out my hair, I finished Hiding Lies. In the time of her actually braiding my hair, I finished Mating with Mellows. So, and then while I was getting my hair braided and we were putting in the rods for the curls, I got to 115 pages into Taking of Jake Livingston. When I started reading it, I was on page 25. So it was a very productive reading day. Currently, I'm reading The Taking of Jake Livingston and Ambrose. Thank you. Okay, and Ambrose by Kate Kimbrell. I got an arc of this. This comes out the 29th, the 27th, something like that. It's a dark academia romance, teacher, professor, student. Yeah, it's got all of the tropes that I'm interested in, except a virgin FMC. Like, that's so annoying to me. But you can't win them all. So hopefully I'm going to really enjoy the story. I started reading this today while I was running all over the city and being stuck in GFS with Boy Wonder. I am 8% in. I'm 30 pages and 3 chapters. It's okay. It hasn't grabbed me yet. I'm hoping that it'll grab me soon. But yeah, so those are the books that I'm currently reading. I think that I'm going to start something new soon, but don't ask me what it is because I don't know. We went out for breakfast with Boy Wonder's parents, and then we went to the mall. I got a really cute shirt and these awesome Absol earrings. Yeah. They're so cute. And they're like super shimmery. And then I got a new bag. Are you guys ready for this? Because it's time. Yes, I'm a fucking nerd. I don't fucking care. You should know this by now. Why are you here if you're just gonna make fun of me? You know? Anyway. It's so cute. I saw it and I was like, I must have it. So it has a little strap. It's triangular, and that's what it fits. And then right after that, we went to Barnes & Noble, and I got some bookmarks. I got a Richard Scarry bookmark that says Bookworm on it, because I love Richard Scarry characters, and Busy World of Richard Scarry. Like, that's just something that I really grew up with and didn't really go away. And then I got an Edgar Allan Poe bookmark, because I'm a spooky bitch. So, that's what I did today. It's about to be Monday. Again, I have Mondays free. So, I'm probably going to spend the time, since I don't really have any plans, I don't think, I'm probably going to spend the time finishing The Taking of Jake Livingston and maybe even Ambrose, and then moving on to something different. In a couple clips back, I did talk about the fact that I bought all of the Naturals book series, so maybe I'll start on book 2, which Killer Instinct. But I think that's everything for now. Not this weekend, but next weekend. Chanel and I are having a girls' weekend. We are going to rent a little Airbnb and snuggle and read and play video games and just relax away from the world, because we need that so bad. And maybe I'll take you along. But yeah, I think that's everything that I need to tell you for now. You are all caught up. It is the 14th, and I will see you next time. Sleuth out. Bye 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 bye.